Hello, everybody. Can someone try speaking so I make sure my audio is right tonight? Thanks, cool.
Hello.
All good.
Oh.
Hello.
What's up?
It was working last week, but for some reason it wasn't. Embers of Autumn, episode 22. 22 weeks
Yeah.
already. Some announcements before we begin. Oh, I forgot to fucking mention the Patreon and charity last stream. Oops. We raise money for Color of Change. That's our charity of choice here on the channel, so you can check it out in our VODs and everywhere we post our stuff. You can find the link to Color of Change. It's a really great charity, and it really supports like marginalized people, specifically people of color. It's a really, really, really great charity, and I like supporting it. I got a Patreon. $3 tier or more every month gets you supplemental content for your D&D campaigns, because why not? I've changed how I'm doing the Patreon a little bit. The $3 tier gets you early access to stuff I release on DM's Guild, because I also need to make money off this stuff, and I'm not really making money off of it on Patreon. So 6 months later, it releases on DM's Guild. So if you want to get it early, you can get it there. So for example, I've released The Spawning Pools, a slod-based adventure on... slod. I've released a slod-based adventure on DM's Guild, where everyone starts with slod already gestating inside of them.
Yes.
And the slod are about to burst within hours. So it's like kind of like a race against the clock to see if you can cure yourselves. It's fun. And then I released a domain of dread that I made for the Ravenloft setting called Fleshmeyer. A domain of meat, bones, and hair. So if you want to explore a domain made of meat, bone, and hair, you can go check that out. Because who doesn't want to walk around in hair? That's the Patreon. October 10th. Sam, anything you want to say about October 10th?
Why, yes, there is. October 10th is the first session of our Sunday games return. The new campaign is entitled Codex Legendarium. It has 6 wonderful cast members and fantastic art.
Yeah,
I'm very excited to get started. We've been working on it for a while now, and we are very excited to be able to finally be able to put it back together. It's been a while since we were all last on stream again on Sundays, but now we are going to be back. I'm very excited.
And it's going to be what time?
5:30 Eastern time.
Yeah, because I'm working on Sundays now.
Yeah.
It's 5:30 Eastern time, Sundays, October 10th. It's going to be wild.
Yeah.
And it's going to have a regular schedule.
Yes, it will.
When you have 6 players, it makes it a little easier.
That's true. Yeah.
But yes, it's going to be fun. I'm very excited. I have the coolest. My character is the coolest, so it's going to be very exciting. And if Kate's not frozen, any announcements, Kate, that you want to talk about? You want to sling your Etsy?
That's right. I have an Etsy shop, and as Halloween approaches, I have Halloween items for sale, such as pumpkins, goat.
Oh no!
Oh no!
She said go. I imagine that's ghosts.
Goats?
Not goats. Yeah.
We got them Halloween goats.
Spooky goats.
Goats.
Spooky goats.
Oh no.
Aw. Boo, 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 boo.
Yeah, so it's Kate Craft Studio Etsy.
Shit. Hey, there it is.
I hope this isn't copyrighted. I don't think it is. It's too old.
Yeah, I think it's past the
Don
date.
X or Don.
Hey, you're back.
Sorry, it will most likely be doing that all night. I'm so
boy.
sorry.
It's gonna be fun.
My Wi-Fi is trash.
It's another layer of immersion.
Yeah.
So pumpkins, ghosts.
And a giant teddy bear called Spooky Bear. He's really cute, and he's got He's really cute. He's white and orange and brown and green, and he's got like little Frankenstein patches all over him. And he's really cute.
Frankenstein-y.
Yeah. He's adorable. So go
Sounds
check
like
out my shop at etsy.com/shop/KateCraftStudio US.
Yay! Oh man, what a way to freeze. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Halloween.
Halloween.
Speaking of Halloween, we'll be doing a one shot this year. As always.
Oh, you're back.
Last we left off, Ven had a conversation with Dax's soul inside of a ring. And was like, hey, I'm dead. I didn't mean to, destroy your hometown, but hey, I did. Sort of. Dax divulged some things to Ven inside the ring of mind shielding. Other things told Ven not to tell anyone. Which, I don't fucking remember what those were. And eventually the party arrived in the capital of Anundial City to tell the Queen about this attack on Varanmore, this psychic brain attack. And when they arrived on the docks, they met someone. A skeleton wearing a trench coat, top hat, scarf, named Don Donello.
Mm-hmm.
Who introduced themselves as Don Donello of the Skelly Gangs, I believe, and was just a character to me, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Haha! Just a lot of that.
And then Brittany left you with now 2 characters of hers for you to play.
Yeah! So yeah, party met Don. It was a short session last time because I wasn't feeling good, but met Don Donello, Don, and went to Ven's mom asked to get dropped off at the Halls of Eternal Life after you all spoke with Fendrin Silverhand, who was sitting in for the Queen because the Queen's sick, not feeling too well. So I spoke to this guy and he said, hey, if you want to help us out with this investigation, because you're all kind of the ones who have the experience with it, I'll pay you 2,000 gold now and 2,000 gold at the end of the investigation. So everybody got like 400 some odd gold split up, yada yada, bing bang boom. Grabbed your royal seals to sort of get into secret places, possibly. And then we're told you might be able to find information about this Ubeliek, this entity that Dax has been speaking about, this entity who caused this attack at the Ember Athenium, a library of great knowledge in the capital. And because you had Ven with you, getting into that district would be easier, but also you have the royal seal, so getting in there is easier even now.
Mm-hmm.
So you were told to head there if you needed information to do some research there. And that place has information there since the beginning of like recorded history and the setting. But first, Ven's mother wanted to get dropped off at the temple to help out, but also have a place to stay. And she's devout, so she wanted to hang out at the temple. So the party went to the Dawn Ward, where the temple resides, and walked in on Barnir's ascension ceremony as he was giving a very big speech about how things were going to change at the temple. And I don't know, it probably didn't sound too great to some people. Like, oh, this seems sketchy. Who knows?
Well, he said things like, we're going to up the prices on healing magic, so there's that.
And resurrection rituals are no longer allowed at the other temples on the continent. They have to be, if you want a resurrection done by a priest, you have to come to the capital to do it. And we will be verifying the soul is worthy of being brought back to life, were some of the choice words of Barnir. And Kate did say
That's
they
not-
will be... Their connection will be intermittent, so we will deal with that as it comes. But the party find themselves standing in front of the temple as Barnier has just finished his speech. Druck kind of like passing out from the speech, bored of the speech. And the party are standing in front of the temple where thousands upon thousands of devoted are standing as well, just clapping and cheering at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, that's right. It is super early. I also the way you said it, like walked in on his ascension ceremony, makes it seem like we like accidentally like I think this is the right door, and then just like
Oh!
stumbled onto the stage in the middle of it, like oh no.
Yeah. But yeah. So the monolithic, exuberant, and overly excessive halls of eternal life loom over you all. This temple is clearly too large, like just too big. It's excessively big. It's bigger than the castle where the queen lives. And the gold roof illuminates the rest of the district in a near blinding light as the morning sun begins to rise. The grounds of the temple, not overwhelmed by the thousands of devotees, are covered in fountains and beautiful gardens filled with colorful flowers. The front doors of the temple are 50 feet tall of solid gold and engraved with the faces of various humanoids, which those of you who have knowledge of the city as a whole, specifically then, would know these are the faces of the head acolytes of the temple's past, with a fresh new engraving of Barnier having just been completed. And the doors of the temple are now wide open as people begin milling in and going in for their daily rituals.
Well, that was a speech.
Whoosh.
Has my mom already gone off, or is she still with us?
She's still with you.
Okay. Oh well, mother, we should probably get you set up in the halls of eternal life.
Yes, of course.
It'll be the safest place for you.
Yes. Oh, it's so beautiful, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Such a beautiful, opulent, expensive building.
Oh, Ven, don't be like that.
What?
It comforts people.
I'm sure it does. Let's get you inside.
Alrighty. So you step in,
Mm-hmm.
and looks like you have a new setup. I don't know. So yeah, the doors are wide open, and people are already beginning to gather inside the temple, taking seats in pews and chanting hymns and prayers to our Mathdin. And there are hundreds of pews just on this ground entry area. Nearly every surface of the temple's interior is covered in solid gold and made of gold. The temple is so large that hundreds of priests and patrons can move around at a time without much issue just in this area. Near the front of this large open chamber, set with hundreds of pews, is a large stained glass window depicting our Mathdin blessing a newborn child. The stained glass window is like maybe 150 feet tall. Yep. Set comfortably before the window is a large stage complete with an organ of solid gold, a podium, and a large gold fountain that is teeming with gold coins. In this area, there is a solid gold door that leads up to the upper levels of the temple where the priests work and where the now archpriest resides and spends most of their time. Unlike the temple in Belgrove you all visited, the priests here are shrouded in billowing robes of gold that drag a couple feet behind them. And Ven, when you worked here, you did not wear those robes, but you would have worn vestments sort of similar.
Is it the ones that I have in my bag?
Yes.
Yeah.
The exact same opulent, just ostentatious, just unnecessary robes. Near the
At
ceiling.
the bottom of my backpack.
Yep. Near the ceiling of this chamber are numerous balconies filled with more pews for worshippers to sit during services. Then, you would know at the back of this chamber, on the ground floor, is a large golden curtain, which conceals the barred golden door that leads down into the catacombs beneath the temple. And as Barnier said in his speech, those are currently off limits to the public, but they're usually open 24/7 for the public, but they are currently closed for renovations for catacombs. On the eastern and western walls of the temple are archways leading into stretching corridors that contain numerous private rooms where the priests live, as well as the occasional worshipper seeking a place to stay. Oh, Ven, it's so beautiful. I've actually never been inside.
It is quite beautiful. A lot of artistry and time went into the building of this place.
You must have loved staying here. It's so comforting and
I certainly did love staying here.
hold on. I gotta look up something for Dawn. Dawn! Can you actually be in here, Dawn? Yep. Okay, Dawn's fine. Just like Dawn's dead. But yeah, that is the Halls of Eternal Life. For most of the party, this is their first time stepping in here. Quoin is visibly just still angry from what Barnier said about gathering the funds to tear down the Temple of Bahamut in Belgrove, where Quoin did his prayer for everybody. Dawn is just a skeleton, just hanging out. And there we are. And a priest begins to walk over. You all have some time amongst yourselves before the priest gets here, because it's like a good 200 feet the priest has to walk.
Let me do the talking.
But yes, talk. I will look.
All right.
There is no surface in here that is not covered in gold or made of gold. Everything is gold.
Seems a little.
So is everything bolted
arbitrary.
down?
In places, but a lot of it is like incredibly heavy and
Gold is a very dense material.
Very heavy.
like the pews are solid gold.
That's so much
Everything
gold.
is made of gold.
Damn. Okay.
There's a reason why certain people aren't too fond of this temple. Where did all this gold come from?
Transmutation magic, it's fine.
But
Yeah, it hardly seems necessary.
But a priest does come over, and they go. They recognize you, Ven. You recognize.
Hello.
You do not. This person is called Bilson.
Hello,
Wilson.
Bilson.
Hello, Veneration.
Hello. I'm just stopping by. There was a
Why aren't you wearing your vestments?
I left the temple some time
Ven,
ago.
you should
Remember?
definitely wear your vestments.
We're just stopping in. I'm not staying.
Oh, well, what can I do for you? Do you need a prayer, worship?
There was an attack on my hometown, and my mother is here with me.
Oh, I am so
And-
sorry to hear that, Ven.
This is going to be. This is the safest place for her, and she wanted to see it after a lifetime of worship of Armathnand.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And I'm sure, if anything needs to be billed, I'm gonna pull out the royal seal.
Oh, wonderful.
I say, I'm sure that it can be taken care of.
Of course. Come with me, Miss Khihalis. We will find you a place to stay, and I assume you would want to take part in the worship and the prayer and everything. He's, oh, of course. However I can help, I would love to serve Armathnand. And he's like, perfect. And he turns to all of you. You can see, yeah, he's a young human man. Probably he's been like brainwashed probably a little bit just by. He gives off the vibe of like young people
Cult.
he gives off the vibe of like a young person who joins a religion and gets absolutely overcome by it, like just overtaken.
Zealous.
Yeah, zealous. He's like, oh, it's good to see you again, Veneration.
You too, Bilson.
And he turns off, and your mother gives you a big hug.
Mm-hmm.
Stay safe.
Stay safe, mother. You too. Yes,
Oh.
you too. I'll be in the city if you need anything.
And
Just
she's like,
let
of
me know.
course. Oh, I can't wait to help all these people. And she's led off to like the private areas where like the people can stay and set up a place to stay.
Mhm.
Bilson walks away with your mother.
All right, let's get out of here.
Oh, Lord, Ven.
Yes.
Well, he did not call you the name that you gave us.
No, he did not.
What is
Is that a name he gave you, or is that a
That's-
nickname?
It's my full name. Ven is short
Right.
for it. I prefer Ven. Let's get going.
Clear.
Does it
Right.
mean anything?
Nothing important.
I mean, if y'all don't mind, I'd like to check in on the shop.
Sure, as long as it's not in this temple, I am perfectly happy.
It's halfway across town.
Perfect.
Alrighty. So, headed to the market district then. Alright. You leave the temple, and yep, all the devout are still outside just, oh, can you believe Barnier is the head acolyte now, or so archpriest? Oh, it's so wonderful. Barnier is so wonderful. And everyone's just like, praise Barnier, praise Armathnan. It's just definitely like, what the fuck?
Yeah, now I'm remembering why I don't come here.
And it's definitely increased
Why?
in its like Ven, last time like you were here, it wasn't this bad in terms of its like indoctrination, we'll say.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's yeah.
What's wrong? You two seem soured.
Let's just say hyper-religious types can get a little overzealous.
Like Quoin?
No, not so. Quoin has a reason to defend his beliefs. These people just do it for fun. They just think it's great spreading the word of their one true God or whatever.
I don't understand.
As you're walking, one of these people walks up to Druck, and everyone kind of just starts like going, "Oh, blessings of Amarthan behind onto you," and they grab you and they start shaking your hand and go, "Blessings."
Yes, thanks.
Kenna from behind Druck just says, and also with you.
And with your spirit.
They nod and they run off to like go bless more people, and it's just like a
You gotta just go with it. It's the fastest way to get him to leave.
aha.
Not bad, though.
Run,
Not bad.
faster.
Did not stab.
Druck keels over with a knife in his back.
Oh no.
My kidney.
You only need one of those to function, Druck. Let's go.
But eventually you can get out of the Dawn Ward, and as soon as you leave the Dawn Ward, everything is much more relaxed.
Sick.
I thought it was so funny last session when we were in the Dawn ward and we just met a character named Dawn. And it's just like, hey, it's your ward. Let's go.
Where is my map of the city? It's on roll 20, isn't it?
So, last time I asked this, you seemed uncomfortable then. Now that you are even more uncomfortable, I figured I'd ask again.
All right, go ahead.
What happened to your father?
It's nothing terribly exciting. He was some pirates came through Varanmore, the waters, while I was young, and well, they were stopped, but they took out some frustrations on some of the fishermen in the waters, my father included.
And those pirates were.
Oh no.
That is a shame.
Yes, it is. He was a good man.
Just fishermen.
Yes, just a fisherman. He did the fishing, my mother did the selling. And I helped them both.
That is a nice unit.
Certainly was.
Do you know how to fish?
A bit, yes. It's been some time, though.
Same. Not as easy to fish with the bow.
I would imagine.
Pretty much, because there's like that. When you see a fish below water, there's like that strange refraction that's
Yeah.
deceptive. Anyway,
Yeah. Gotta get real good at prediction.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's hard without polarized sunglasses, too.
So, Kenna,
Yeah.
you said you were checking the shop. Is this the one you have talked about, your family one?
Yeah, it is. It was kind of a, like a shop with an apartment on top. It's kind of that deal. So, lived and worked in the same building. Nice commute. Hard to separate work and life, but,
Like a tavern owner.
yeah, kind of. Just not as many people staying the night.
That makes sense.
Although there were the occasional few. But anyway, it's just around the corner, right here.
And with that, you do find yourselves in the market ward. This district is dominated by at about 6 in the morning. It takes about an hour to get through the dawn ward to the market ward. And
It's like the 405.
yeah, just cutting through all these people too. Not actually cutting through them, but like getting through them. The district is
What am I doing?
the district is dominated by most of the shops found in the city. The streets are lined with beautiful plants, trees, and beautiful marble-hewn buildings. Crown's Guard patrol the street on a regular basis to ensure the owners of the establishments can, work safely. Most of the shops here sell general goods, equipment, and anything you could be looking for is probably able to be found here. There's a lot of also stalls too. A single magic shop you pass by is called Audrell's Ostentatious Oddities, and is the sole magic shop in Anundial City. But Ven, you would know if you're in the Dreamweave, there's more magic shops there, but this is the magic shop where people who do not have access to the Dreamweave can buy components and stuff like that. Inns do not exist in the market ward, but a few taverns do, as well as hostels and places for more adult entertainment, like brothels and stuff. The market ward is also where most of the population live, usually above their shops, or in rather small but beautiful homes. You're also, as you're walking to get to where Kenna is headed, you pass this very weird sign. It says Dirk's Den. And you would recall talking to a dwarf halfling in one of this, what was the settlement? I can't remember at this point. Top of my head. But he mentioned you guys were buying an animal from this individual.
That's right!
Your Aurochs you bought from this man. And you were all curious about more animals, and he mentioned his brother Dirk owns an animal menagerie in Anundial City called Dirk's Den. And he sells more exotic animals, if you're curious. You can hear the sounds of exotic animals inside. There's an attachment of this massive stable where you can hear things milling about, and Quoin goes, "Oh, that is the Dirk's Den that the man spoke of if he wanted to look into more exotic animals at some point."
Trying to find it. I know I wrote this down because it was very important at the time. Oh, where is it?
It's in my notes somewhere. It's actually important. Otto is a dwarf with an Eastern European accent, and he is this was the stable owner in Bastille where you bought the Aurochs, whose name I can't remember, who is still currently in Swamp Peak Village. And yes, he mentioned his brother owns a menagerie of animals in an Undeal city called Dirk's Den, and Dirk is Otto's brother.
Otto's oxes.
Otto's oxen, that's right.
Yeah.
But he didn't sell any oxes.
Nope.
But yeah, you pass the menagerie and you kind of, remember, hey, that's the place that Otto spoke of. Quoin mentions it. But then you come to another little building about literally probably next door, I'd imagine. And it is called, give me 1 second. I literally just looked at it. Peshan's Potions and Other Magical Remedies. And what does the shop look like from the outside?
From the outside, it looks like it was once very nice and like trying too hard to garner attention, but like paint's faded and chipped. There were flower pots that have fallen over, and dirt spilled on the ground. There's like the one window is boarded up completely, and one has just got like 2 pieces of pine in an X over it. And the sign was once painted a very like evergreen color, and the words were in like a nice carved script in an arc over the front door in gold, but like the gold is just like chips of paint. You can still kind of see the green, but that's also faded and covered in dirt. And then the second story is just really old wood that has not been mended at all in the probably 20 years the shop has been run by Kenna's family. But I just go up the like 2 steps to the door and like shoulder it to budge it open.
Okay.
All right, guys, come on in. Sorry for the mess. I haven't been inside in like 5 years.
Yeah, everything's covered in dust. The shop is currently not, operational. Everything is just covered in dust and grime. The windows are kind of grimed over. There was actually a thing on the door that said building for sale.
I completely ignore it
Yep,
and just go in.
All right. Like past due.
Yeah, there's like an eviction notice on the ground under a broken piece of ceramic.
Bills, just pile of bills stuffed under the door
Yeah.
on the inside.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why it was hard
Yeah.
to shove it
Yeah,
shoulder
yeah.
Yeah.
Just there's so many bills they've like turned into a doorstop.
Kicking the parchment aside as I walk through the main foyer.
Okay.
Are we allowed in here?
When has it ever
Yeah.
stopped you before?
I mean, it's technically my shop. I just haven't paid the rent in a while. Which I was hoping to at least use some of those golds to get the deed back.
How much do you owe?
I lost count.
I see.
You said you haven't been here for 5 years, yeah?
Yeah, been inside the shop itself. Occasionally when I wasn't like probably drunk in the streets, I would like climb back the window into my old bedroom and sleep there. But I wouldn't go into the shop.
Okay. All right. Cool. I will be looking up how much these bills could be, and then we can go from there.
Kenna,
Yeah.
when you had talked about this shop, you talked about it as if it was still happening.
I mean, I'd like to get it back up and running again after figure out some other stuff, but right now, it doesn't sit right with me right now to reopen the shop. It's the last place I saw my dad. He was walking out that front door, and
If you,
last place I saw my mom alive. So
well, Was your dad missing?
No, he left when I was 10. Uh, my parents, they had an argument, um, and I was hiding behind one of the counters and just watched him walk out the door. Something stupid I probably did. Haven't seen him since.
So as you kick the bills out of the way, Ven or every Kenna, you would know the amount you owe currently. It's cost 2 gold a day to run a shop.
Mm-hmm.
Does that include like paying the people?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
yeah, total cost per day.
Okay.
You said you haven't been here for 5 years.
Yeah.
My setting, a year is 274 days. You owe
Okay.
2,740 gold.
Yeah. I mean, considering when we started this, I only had 10 gold. I can pay off a quarter of that right now. I'm kind of confident with where my financial situation's at the moment.
Yeah. Wow.
Doing
So,
significantly better.
But seems kind of dumb. I mean, most younger people are stupid. Why would a parent leave because a child is acting expectedly stupid?
Probably because it wasn't their child.
What do you mean?
Don just goes, "Oh no, haha, oh."
Not now, Don. Not now.
I'm just gonna. Ven is just gonna go over to like a corner and cast Unseen Servant. Oh, wait, actually, I don't have that prepped. Gonna start casting Unseen Servant as a ritual.
Okay, cool.
Just.
Alright.
Don't understand. Dad, but not dad.
It was something I overheard when he was leaving. He said, "That's not my kid." And I refused to treat him as such. It was, yeah. It's the first time I told anyone that. Guess I must really like you guys. Anyway, I'm gonna go look in the storage, see if there's any good stuff left.
Okay. So you go to the storage door. Roll me, and it's a little ajar. So you open it. Give me an investigation check.
Oh, I have not been rolling great for like 3 weeks. 11.
11. Most of the potions that were stored in here look like they've been stolen. Like people broke in
Yeah.
after hours and just took shit.
Yeah.
Druck is he's gonna look at his little pouch. He's only got like 1 dose left of that euphorics dust, but he wants to see if he can find anything similar in here, since it looks like it might be
Yeah.
a place that
I
would have
will
that.
say that Kenna's investigation check was to determine if there's anything left in here valuably, and
Oh, okay.
Okay.
nope, everything that's been valuable or like drugs or potions completely just stolen over the 5 years it's sat abandoned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Whenever I finish casting Unseen Servant, I'm just gonna have it start like gathering up papers and dusting off surfaces and
Sure.
stuff.
All right.
Hmm.
So, you guys are welcome to make yourselves at home. There's I think beds are still upstairs. Actually, let me check upstairs, see if there's anything left.
Do you know if anybody else has bought this property yet?
I mean, the for sale sign was still up, but I don't know if anyone would even want to invest in the cost of refurbishing the building right now. gone through a lot of wear and tear recently. Partially my fault.
So not only the bills, but you would need to actually throw
upkeep,
down for.
yeah.
It's a miracle that it's still standing.
All right.
It's how bad this thing is.
You find your way to the stairs that lead up to the second floor where like the living area was. You start walking up.
Yeah.
As you do,
And-
you hear the stairs go. Deck save, please, as the stairs start to give away.
That's awesome.
3.
3. You guys see Kenneth start walking upstairs. They get about 20 feet up the stairs, and then through the stairs. And you
Waterfall.
Okay, you gently land on your feet, and the stairs have just like collapsed. There's no way up to the second floor. I mean, using the stairs is all just like crumble inward and collapse.
Cool. I'm gonna wild shape into a lizard
Okay,
and climb up to the second
Sure.
floor.
all right.
You bust through the stairs. You land on your feet. So I'm just imagining you go dust lizard.
More dust.
I imagine it's just like falls through the stairs, just like slowly floats, like slowly, like as if doing the elevator trick, like
Yeah.
vanishes out of sight. There's a plume of dust, and then just like a lizard crawls out from the hole.
Ken is just completely done with this as she lands, and then just
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I wild shape into a small lizard, a regular lizard.
Okay.
And I climb upstairs. And I think I'm gonna stay as a lizard because I'm light enough not to break old wood. And kind of inspect bedrooms.
You inspect bedrooms, and all of the furniture is gone. Like it's been sold. Or thrown
Of course
away
it
or
is.
tossed out, yeah.
Yeah.
The only stuff that's been left behind is like downstairs furniture that was unusable, some of like the potion making equipment. That's about it.
Okay. So like a makeshift brewer's kit almost,
Yeah,
or herbalist kit.
like a single like herbalist kit has been like left behind. Yeah,
Okay.
like everything has just been sold and tossed away.
Cool. I'm gonna come back down as a
Okay.
lizard, and drop wild shape. Yeah, there's nothing up there anymore. It's all gone.
But, sorry.
No, it's fine. It's probably should have expected this by now.
What do you want to do?
I mean, we could try to find an inn or something to stay in. I was just kind of hoping at least the bed frame would still be up there.
Well, is there anything else you want to do?
I'm gonna go over to where the potion making kit is.
Mm-hmm.
Just inspect it a little bit. I'm assuming I see my father's initials on there
Yeah.
somewhere. Yeah. I'm gonna take it and put it in my bag.
All right. You have a. Brewer supplies.
nice. He was making potions with brewer's kit, not an alchemy kit.
Oh,
That's
right.
That's a good character
Right.
decision.
Right. Sorry, it isn't. It is a.
Alchemy kit.
Nope. Herbalism kit, because a herbalism kit
Okay.
allows you to make antitoxins and any potion of healing.
Yeah.
So it's an herbalism kit.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna take that with me.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna take the most up-to-date bill if I can find it.
Oh yeah, it was on top. 2,740 gold pieces to be paid
Cool, yeah.
to the landlord, Alistair Moorden.
Let me just...
You know, Dax was always more happy about receiving letters. You, not so much.
The letters I get are often less personal than the ones Dax would get.
How do you mean?
Well, the ones I get are always asking for more money.
What do you mean, money?
You're not...
You have to pay money?
Yeah, I gotta pay bills for the land the shop's on. Gotta pay taxes.
Taxes. Sorry.
Thought I could ignore it by leaving, but guess not. What was the landlord's name again?
Alistair Moorden.
Mr. Morden.
Yep.
Sweet. Thank you. Yeah, we should get out of here before someone sees us.
Drucka's gonna go to a window and look, see if anybody.
Well, the door wasn't closed. The front
Yeah.
door. There are guards doing their patrol, and they go, "Oh fuck, the potion place got robbed again," and they just walk past. The building looks like so run down and broken into so much that they're just like, whatever. The owners disappeared. It's whatever at this point.
Like little kids and teenagers.
Yeah.
Have left like remnants of like their food and shit.
So yeah, they at this point they
There's
just
like a
don't care.
there's like names of blank so and so was here because
Yeah,
they have a little
Just carve into the wall.
Yeah. There's a rumor that it's haunted, so kids dare each other to go in at night. Stay the night. It's become one of those places.
If Kenneth said
It's
that,
funny you said that.
that would be funny because you've got a,
No,
you've got a
it's-
ghost
it's-
mom.
It's funny you say that. The front door just starts to slowly close itself.
I would just kind of look and watch as it does it.
It's built on a slant.
I mean, could have settled since I've been gone, but seems
And-
an awful lot for a door swing.
There's the briefest glimpse of a figure standing in the corner where Ven was doing this. Ven was doing his stuff, and then blink and you miss it, and it's gone. Just like a human man in. Actually, not a human man. A faceless figure. You can't really get much of their visage. Just like maybe it's a woman, maybe it's a man, kind of dressed like they're dressed in all white. They're standing in the corner and they just disappear. Blink and you miss it. Just gone.
Bran, was that your servant?
No, my servant is unseen. Hence the name. It's invisible.
I don't know your book magics.
I apologize. I'm startled.
It's a ghost.
Thank you, Don.
Can I cast detect magic?
Oh, for sure you can.
Yeah.
All right, you start doing.
I'm gonna
you start-
cast it as an action because I want to know what this shit is.
Okay, you cast detect magic as an action. So take off the spell slot, and
I did.
you do not detect any magic, just the magic items that everybody's wearing.
If you come out, we can talk peacefully.
persuasion check.
Ooh, 17 plus 1, 18.
All right. The spirit reappears in the corner where you saw it. It, like, literally, you can't make out any features. It's just like a spirit. It's like a shadow person, but not dark. They're like shrouded in white almost. And they're standing again in the corner of the shop, just. And then they look down at the floorboards, and then they disappear again.
Are you asking for help? Do you want us to help you?
Can Druck look where he was looking when he looked down at the floorboards?
You just see
And
floorboards.
if he see- Okay.
Did you die in here? Man, I still want to go like all phasmophobia on this place now.
How are you?
And then you smell.
Do you want to kill?
But then you all kind of smell what smells like flowers.
I'm gonna go into my mother's fortune telling room where she often had flowers.
Okay, that's
Right,
like that's
right
kind of
outside the window.
yeah, it's kind of like in like the back area.
Yeah, it's got its own little alcove. I'm gonna go in there,
Okay.
see if I can find anything.
Investigation check.
Finding any hints, like I doubt the drapes are even still there. Is investigation is a 13.
Yeah, not much of anything. But there is a kind of shitty table. It's kind of not shitty, but it's like deteriorated over time, so it's not worth selling. And that's about it. The table where she would have people sit. There's like a broken vase on the floor that once held flowers but doesn't anymore.
Were you a client? You can stick around. We aren't gonna hurt you.
Druck is gonna go over to where that thing was and just like move his hand in the area.
Nothing.
I don't think there's a basement in this building. But like that's just Kenna's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So it might have been hidden from them, but they're gonna start looking around for any possible basement trapdoors.
Okay. You start looking
That
around.
they-
In every room. I'll let you do an investigation check with advantage. Because it's like your own house.
Yeah. 14.
14. There's something under your mother's table where she would read fortunes. A trapdoor.
Druck, come here, help me move this. Well, lift it out, probably breaking one of the
Oh yeah,
legs.
it just, as soon as it moves, one of the legs just snaps off. And
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. It was trash anyway. And I'm gonna try to open the trapdoor.
okay. And there's a set of stairs going downwards.
Holy shit.
And then,
What?
while you're like in the other room,
Mm-hmm.
nothing happens. Dawn's like, "Haha, haunted."
Thank you, Don.
Ben, Quoin, come over here.
Yes, okay,
Found
all right.
something.
What about me?
Don, you keep watch on the front door.
Aha, all right.
Wait, Kenna. You did not
Yeah.
know this was here?
No, my mother really kept this alcove for her and her clients. I wasn't allowed in.
Hmm.
And I don't know, it just never seemed like the sort of building to have a basement of any kind.
Do you want to go first, or would you like if I did?
I'll go in first.
1 second. Divine sense. I am not detecting any fiends, undeads, or celestials.
No undead?
No undead, fiend, or celestials.
Not even an undead standing by the front door?
Dawn.
I don't think Don that just says is undead.
Interesting.
What?
I gotta double
What?
check. I gotta double check that.
What?
I gotta double check that. Hold on.
What? What am I?
They're
I'm just
just
having an
mostly-
existential crisis.
They're just mostly dead.
Yep. Doesn't ping as undead.
Oh, interesting.
What
So
are
they're
you?
just being kept alive.
No undead. We are safe in this house. I believe.
I'm gonna cast light
Okay.
on Quoin if he lets me.
Of course, yes.
All right. Got a little lighthouse, mini lighthouse.
All right.
And I go in.
All right.
Yeah.
You start walking down the stairs. They creak and groan with every step, but they do not crumble or break like the upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe everyone now in the party has dark vision, but Dawn's currently not here, so that doesn't matter. As you make way down the steps, you all see something. This whatever was this room in the basement is weird as fuck. In the center is this big red circle that looks like it's been drawn in blood, like a ritual-esque circle. Sorry, I'm just trying to double check things. Yeah, so there's a big circle of blood kind of drawn in the center of the floor, and all around the circle are very, very old, crumbling candles on the edge of the circle. Bum-ba-dum. Sorry, I didn't expect all of this right now.
That feeling.
Yeah, and there is a chest sitting against the furthest wall away from you that is currently locked. So like a ritual circle made of blood, old crumbling candles kind of around the circle of blood. And there's a chest on the far northern wall of this area.
Are the candles like any special color? Or are they like
are-
just your normal beeswax?
Sorry, they are black.
Can I maybe take a look at the ritual elements here
I
and
will
see if
let
I
you
can
do.
discern anything?
I will let you do Arcana or Religion, Ven.
Ooh,
I'd
ooh,
like to assist with that.
Sure. So Ven, you get
I think
advantage. Ven, you get advantage.
ooh.
Could I
Right.
also cast guidance, or can I only
Of
do
course, you can do guidance as well. Yeah.
guidance
I'll
and
allow-
advantage?
I'll allow both. Yeah.
I'm
Is there
helping
going to
with
be-
guidance.
Is there going to be a terribly meaningful difference between Arcana or Religion?
Probably just the.
Because I'm trained in
Just
both.
the information of what you can gather from either. Arcana would be like, what kind of ritual was this? Sort of religion would be you could discern with religion, like if it was for a possible entity or a god.
Okay. If it's different information, if I'm trained in both, can I roll both? Like think about it from both angles.
Yeah, sure, I'll allow it. Yeah,
Okay. All right. So
that makes sense. Yeah,
can kind of assist in both or just one?
I'll say just one.
Okay.
Okay.
Which one is
What
kinda,
are
which
Ooh,
one's
yeah.
kind of trained in?
Yeah.
I'm not trained in any of them.
Oh, okay.
I'm trained in
Uh,
medicine.
Let's go with the
Uh,
Arcana. I'll take assistance. I'll take the assist on the Arcana and the guidance on the Religion.
Sounds good.
There you go.
All right. So Arcana with advantage. My bonus is the same to both of these. Wow, that is a 26 on the Arcana check.
Okay. That would be. This is in part a summoning ritual.
Ooh. And then with guidance, 22 on religion.
Nice.
It brought it up from 11 to a 15.
Oh,
The religion check would be this ritual is most likely done to appease the summoned entity as well. So like asking something of said entity, like hey, like looking for bestowment, divine intervention, we can say, that kind of thing. So it's a summoning ritual, and it was also some form of what you can gather divine intervention.
Oh dear. And when you say divine, do you mean like the good kind of divine or like infernal?
You can't exactly pinpoint it, but I mean
Okay.
it's a circle of blood and black candles. But it
Yeah,
does seem
yeah.
like it's. It seems like it's. But it is like there was like some sort of like they tried to at least like appease some sort of entity, and it was most likely divine in nature.
Okay.
So so this, I mean, I'm not the person investigating, but does it look like a like the spell magic circle or no?
You wouldn't know. It just
Right,
looks like
I
a circle of blood
Okay.
covered in candles.
Would I know?
Your Arcana check. This is not magic circle.
Okay. This appears to be some kind of summoning circle for some sort of extraplanar entity, something related to some sort of deity, along with a ritual to appease the summoned entity as well. Perhaps entreat it for assistance or some sort of boon or intervention.
And there's a smell of flowers again while you're down here, a little bit stronger than it was upstairs.
what would they have been doing summoning deities down here? I mean, they weren't that religious, and neither of them was powerful enough to do something like that, as far as I knew.
Well, there's the chest. There could be more clues in the chest. Yes.
Yeah, right.
And this looks like just an ordinary chest.
There's no lock on it or anything.
It is locked though, yeah.
Okay.
And the lock is still pristine. Or wait,
Drug.
yeah. Like
Drek,
it's
do you
just a good
think you
quality
can-
lock. Like it didn't like erode over time.
Okay.
Unseen servant. Jostle the lock.
Jostles the lock and nothing happens.
Okay.
Or
Sure.
what could-
Could you go ahead and try to pick that lock?
Sure.
Druck looks in Quoin's direction because he knows Quoin is better at this than him, but he'll go ahead and do it since he knows that it's also something that Quoin is embarrassed about too.
Maybe don't walk over the circle. Walk around it.
Is that yes? Yeah, that yes.
Why would that matter?
Just to be
Just,
safe.
just avoid it. Just avoid it.
Stupid candle. Just,
Don't
you could just kick it over.
Nope, don't do that. Don't do that.
Or
I'm gonna cast guidance on Druck
Okay.
as he walks over.
And he's gonna go try picking the lock.
Okay. Yeah. Sleight of hand.
All right, with them thieves' tools.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got it.
Oh my god.
Nat 20.
Yeah,
Alright.
I guess the little tricks that Quoin taught me last time
You walk over
paid off.
and you pick the lock relatively easily.
He looks at. You guys hear a click, and Druck. You see Druck kind of like startled when it clicks. Like you see him kind of like jostle, and then he like looks at his tools.
it's open.
And he rises up and then just steps to the side.
Okay.
I'm gonna kneel down and open it.
Okay. Sitting on top is a black crystal ball. There's other stuff in there too, so you're gonna have to dig around. But on the top layer, sitting on like a sheet has been used to cover things underneath. Sitting on top of the sheet is a slightly cracked black crystal ball, which is just a crystal, so it's an arcane focus.
If my detect magic is still up, it lasts for 10 minutes. I wouldn't detect any magic coming from this, right?
It's an arcane focus, so no, but you do detect magic now when you open the chest. And you can tell, oh, the chest is made of lead. But,
My parents could afford a lead chest?
But yes, it is a crystal, a black, just crystal ball. Like I said, it's the crystal in the equipment called the crystal for like an arcane focus. It's one of those. It's the crystal ball your mother would use to like.
Oh, okay. So I recognize
Yeah,
it. Okay.
But yeah, then there's the white sheet. That's again perfectly like it's just a perfect white sheet condition. Like everything in the chest stayed in perfect condition, but the crystal ball is cracked, but it's still usable as an arcane focus. But you're a druid, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the crystal ball and the cloth out gently and set the stair on top of the fabric.
Okay.
Is there anything else in here?
Yeah. There is a leather kind of sleeve where a deck of cards would be, which is also pinging off your detect magic.
Do I also recognize just the sleeve?
These are the cards your mother would use in like her readings, but they are not tarot cards.
Oh.
She would just use these cards. You don't know what the cards did, but she just kind of used them for like additional flair kind of thing. But they are pinging off magic.
I'm gonna pick them up.
Okay. Yes, a leather-bound sleeve.
Pull the cards out of the sleeve and just kind of look at them.
Okay. You're just looking at the cards?
Yeah, I'm just kind of like what you do with a new deck. You just kind of shuffle through them and look at the pictures.
It looks like this deck has 34 cards in it. And as you're flipping through it, one of the cards has the picture of a red dragon on it. Another one has a picture of a knight and 4 guards. Another one is a succubus. Another one is a druid. Another one is a cloud giant. Another one's an ettin, bugbear, goblin, beholder, archmage and mage apprentice, night hag, assassin, fire giant, an ogre mage, a gnoll, a kobold, a lich, a priest and 2 acolytes, a woman with snakes for hair, a medusa, a veteran, like a soldier in like armor, a frost giant, a troll, a hobgoblin, a goblin, a golem made of solid iron, a bandit and 3 other bandits behind him, a devil with like a whip, a hill giant, an ogre, an orc, and another kobold, and a card that looks like your mother. And then as you like kind of pick it up, the image of your mother shifts into an image of you. And it stays that way. And there are more stuff in the chest. That's just the next thing you found.
Without looking, like my eyes kind of dissociate, and I just move the cards out of my field of view without looking behind me.
Like anyway, and the cards were made of parchment.
Okay. And I just like without turning around, still looking at the chest, I just say, Ben, can you take a look at these?
Yes, of course. I'll come over and see what's going on.
All right. You see a weird deck of cards with like pictures all over them, and one of the cards looks like Kenna.
That is that's a very close likeness to you.
5 seconds ago, it was my mother.
What?
When I looked at the card, it turned into a picture of me. Before that, it was a picture of my mother.
Huh. do you mind if I take a look?
And I have a deck of
Go
cards
ahead.
here. This will function as the deck whenever it's used.
All right.
I'm gonna take it over away from the circle, set it down, and do a ritually cast identify.
All right. While Ven's ritually casting identify, can I continue to look through the chest?
Mm-hmm.
You find a satchel that would use to be carry like herbal like ingredients and stuff.
Okay.
And inside the satchel is a perfectly preserved black lily. And alongside it, a black feather.
That's a little off-putting.
And a piece of parchment that looks like it was partially burned, but there was something written on it in... let me just look at your character sheet for a second. Yeah, there's like a partially burned piece of parchment, and there's a word on it written in Celestial, which you can read.
Druck is right next to you, just leaning against the wall and picking at something in his teeth.
On the piece of parchment written in Celestial is a word called kind or kind nemer. KINDNEHMER. That's what's written on the burned piece of parchment in Celestial is the word kind nemer, which I'll post in here. So the last things in the chest are the feather, the black lily, the black feather, the black lily, and then that burned piece of parchment with the name on it.
Okay.
And Ven.
Mm-hmm.
This is a deck of illusions.
Mm-hmm.
The magic of the deck functions only if cards are drawn at random. So when Ken was looking through the cards, it didn't work because they weren't being used the right way. You can use an action to draw a card at random from the deck and throw it on the ground at a point within 30 feet of you. An illusion of one or more creatures forms over the thrown card and remains until dispelled. An illusory creature appears real, of the appropriate size, and behaves as if it were a real creature except that it can do no harm. While you're within 120 feet of the illusory creature and can see it, you can use an action to move it magically anywhere within 30 feet of its card. Any physical interaction with the illusory creature reveals it to be an illusion because objects pass through it. Someone who uses an action to visually inspect the creature identifies it as illusory with a successful DC 15 investigation check. The creature then appears translucent. The illusion lasts until its card is moved or the illusion is dispelled. When the illusion ends, the image on the card disappears and that card can't be used again. And yeah, images, some of them were like a red dragon, so you could throw the card and conjure a red dragon, illusory red dragon, and there's a card with Kenna on it, so you could conjure an illusory Kenna kind of deal. And a beholder and other stuff.
All right, I'm gonna bring it over to Kenna, holding it in like a reverent manner between two hands, back in the or still in the leather pouch. I'm gonna hand it back over and say, "I think these belong to you, but it is a fairly potent magical item of illusions. You draw a card randomly from the deck and toss it down somewhere in front of you, and it conjures an illusion of whatever is on the deck of the card. It'll act and do things as normal. If you, I think, what was it? If the card leaves like a 30-foot radius, basically, then it. The illusion. Or you said if the card is moved.
Yeah, if the card is moved at all.
Oh, okay, so you throw it on the card, and so if you throw the card down and it's windy out, it'll just like blow it away and dispel the illusion.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And then it's just like used up.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll explain. Yeah. If you toss the card down somewhere, and then the illusion stays, and you can move the you can move the illusion anywhere within 30 feet of the card, but yes, it must be used randomly, and it will summon whatever's on the card. Understand that the ancient pharaohs of
Silker.
Do-do-do.
The ancient pharaohs of Silgar used to have decks of these and use them for illusory monster duels to determine things within the country.
Duel. Oh man, yeah. So you can add a deck of illusions to your inventory.
Amazing.
Yeah. When I said deck of cards, everybody was just like,
Oh yeah, I was like, deck. You wouldn't. You didn't. You would. You did. Did you? You
oh
would.
man,
Would you?
No,
Or like you remember that one shot?
I do. Deck of many things destroy campaigns.
They do. They
Yeah.
really do.
But they're
sorry,
so
I'm just writing
fun.
everything down.
They're so fun. Oh, you lost a level. That sucks.
Yep. You died.
You gained a level. Congratulations. You get 1d3 wishes or whatever. Congratulations.
You can get out of any one situation, however you interpret that.
Yep. Someone who's a friend of yours immediately turns on you and hunts you down and is an enemy. Yeah, it's
And you don't know who it
it's
is.
so fun. I love decks of many things, but yeah, they just ruin campaigns.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Um,
So yeah, the deck of illusions, the crystal ball, the black feather, the black lily, and then the piece of parchment that says what I posted in the Discord. Kind Nemmer.
okay. Yeah, I think until like through when Ash is done casting
Okay.
Identify.
Oh, Ash is here? Who
Yeah.
invited me?
The summoning circle, isn't it obvious?
Someone at the Ash Heart.
Yeah. As soon as Ven is finished casting Identify, or when Ven is finished casting,
Yep.
I'm still looking at the lily and the feather.
Okay.
And just vividly remembering that dream.
Mm-hmm.
Can Druck tell? Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Can Druck tell what kind of bird that feather's from?
It's too big to be a. It doesn't look like any bird you've seen,
Good enough.
and it's pretty big.
Good enough.
I think it'd be like this big.
Okay, so like at least
It's like a foot long feather.
Ah.
Yeah.
yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna rip off a corner of the tablecloth and wrap the feather and the lily, and put them in my bag
Okay.
without saying anything.
As you do touch the feather and kind of like handle it a little more,
Mm-hmm.
there's a brief flash like in your subconscious almost, but not like a vision, like a flash of like an image, and it is a winged figure shrouded in a veil of white. Its face shrouded in a veil of white, but black wings, like black feathered wings. And then the smell of the flowers goes away, and that sense of something being in the house also goes away.
Can I find more magical stuffs? That flower should be dead by now, right?
Funny you say that. This flower's an omen. And not a good one.
Does it still
I
count as
saw-
an omen? Oh, sorry.
I saw it in a dream, and that my mother died. And I think this feather came from the figure that was standing over her.
The it was standing over her.
Yeah, kind of like a guardian angel, but slightly more menacing. It had black wings, but it was wearing white, and I couldn't see its face. But it looked humanoid.
Hmm. Strange.
Yeah. Let's get back upstairs. Too stuffy in here to be talking about this.
Hmm.
And they just rush up the stairs through the trapdoor.
When you rush up the stairs, you see that figure again standing in a different area now. That figure's kind of standing by the front door now, kind of. And Dawn's like, "Oh!" Because that disappears right before Dawn too, and Dawn's like, "Oh!"
Is the figure slightly more corporeal, or is it just staying longer than before?
It's staying longer than before, and it's holding something in its hands, like a journal.
I hold up the lily and like kind of shake it at them and say, "Is this what you wanted me to find?"
The figure approaches.
What do you got there?
Hands you the journal.
Take it.
It disappears, and that's where we're going to take a break.
Okay.
Ominous.
Yeah. Funny you said, "Yeah, this place is haunted and kids come here." Yeah, well.
Well,
We're going to take a break. We're back here in a couple minutes, so see you then.
ooh.
Halloween.
It's not
It is that
October
time?
yet.
Yeah.
Tomorrow or Friday.
Yeah, there we go.
Break time.
Right.
Hello, everyone. We are back investigating Peshan's potions, and it appears haunted. And after finding some stuff in a chest in the basement that Kenna didn't know about, he went upstairs, and this spectral figure appeared holding a journal, handed Kenna the journal, and then disappears.
I could have taken these notes during break. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Druck was looking at the lead chest. How big is it exactly?
6 feet long. Yeah.
That's big and 6 feet long.
And about,
Damn, Bob!
and about 2 feet tall.
Gee whiz. That
It's
is
a foot locker.
that's a foot locker. Gee whiz. That's a coffin. Is it a coffin? It's like a lead coffin. That's how big it is. It's big enough to be a
knows?
coffin.
Still
We
down.
didn't see any
It's
bones in
still
there.
it's still in the basement.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Druck's just looking at it for a bit,
Okay.
realizes
Investigation check.
okay.
Tiny servant can't lift that.
And I think everybody else is upstairs.
Unseen servant.
I'm still in the basement too.
Okay, so Kenna's the only one. Kenna and Dawn are the only ones upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
-1 to investigation. Let's go.
Coin's around here somewhere.
Yep, Coin's hanging out.
Coin's the light source.
Yeah, Coin's the light
Oh, yeah.
source in the basement.
All right, here we go. Pew. -1, 12.
12. There is a false bottom to this lead chest.
We'll take a small knife, the
Okay.
one that he uses for like wood carving,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll just kind of like run along the side and try and pop it open.
Okay. It pops open, and the first thing that hits you is the smell of flowers, and then decay. And in the false bottom of the chest is another white sheet that is slightly stained, but there's something definitely laying under the sheet.
He's looking around.
Oh, did you find something?
Yeah.
Slowly starts to pick up the sheet.
You can't make out many features due to the decay, but there is what appears to be a humanoid woman's heavily emaciated skeleton lying in the hidden compartment of this lead chest.
Did you find something?
Yep. Then Quoin might need to perform some services.
Quoin wanders over.
Yeah, I'll come over too.
That is a body. And Kenny, you can hear the sound of that is a body from downstairs. You're muted though.
Am I still seeing the figure,
No,
or
it's,
did
it's,
they
as soon as
appear?
as soon as they handed you the journal, they disappeared.
Okay. Yeah, I go back to the top of the stairs and say, "What's this about a body?"
Oh. Well,
I'm gonna
Druck,
start going down.
Okay.
Yes.
You said you found a body?
Yeah.
Where?
Right here.
before you come over, this may be, I don't know. Just prepare yourself.
Druck wasn't listening to while Ven was saying that stuff. He's just kind of giving it a once over for like trinkets and valuables.
Nope. just in a
Okay.
black gown with like a
Okay.
with a black veil over the face.
That's it for me then.
So, kind of you get downstairs and you head over to the chest where everyone's kind of standing, and there is a corpse in a hidden compartment in the chest, covered wearing a black veil and a black gown, heavily emaciated. But it looks like your mother.
I need to find out who put her there. I need to know why they put all this stuff, all of her stuff, in an iron and a lead chest. And what the thing was that gave me this upstairs.
You can see Ken is now holding a leather-bound journal.
Where did you get that?
The spectral person that was wandering around upstairs handed it to me.
Wait, this
And
is
then they
your-
disappeared.
Did you say this is your mom?
I mean, I always thought the city buried her, but I guess not. I mean, I don't know who else it could be.
Well, then who's in your mother's grave?
I'll be honest, I never went to her grave. I don't even know if she actually has one.
Well, Quoin, then who would be
Yes.
in charge of that?
Then you would know it'd be the Halls of Eternal Life. That's where all the people who die in the city are buried, is in the catacombs under the temple.
It'd be the Halls of Eternal Life, but that's assuming that she ever made it there in the first place.
Or that I reported she was dead. Which I definitely did not do before I left.
Does it look about the right size? Just to make sure it's
It's her.
Oh. She wore that before.
It's the outfit, the gown and stuff she'd wear when she was doing people's fortunes.
What she wore when she was giving fortunes. No. She was wearing something different when I last saw her. Someone came in here, put her in that, and then put her in a lead coffin in the basement of my home. And I need to find out who.
So do the items that we currently got from the chest are not your family's,
They were all-
but
They were all hers. She used them in her practice. She told fortunes and sometimes prescribed homeopathic remedies for people's problems.
so who would be kind enough to bury her with her things? Even though it's not in the ground, it still seems somewhat respectful. Yes.
I mean, maybe one of her clients, but I don't know that any of them could have afforded a lead chest this big.
The other question is, of course, what happened with this summoning circle as well.
Yeah, yeah.
What was asked and what was offered.
You wouldn't be able to discern any of that just from what's left over, right?
Nothing, no details, no, unfortunately.
I'm gonna open the cover of the journal, read the inside cover.
All right. It says property of your mother, her name.
Mm-hmm.
And the first entry mentions Druids of Meyer, and two specifically, one named Khihalis, Keafir, and another named Chandara, Chandara, and that they were to help with the birthing process and the yeah, to aid in the birthing process.
What do we have as far as jobs from the
We have the. I have them here. In my notes. A contract called Gone in the Night, about some children who've been disappearing in the swamps. And something about going to this adapting dungeon called the Everchange on Old Anandiel, to test it out before it opens to the public. But I did mention I was interested in going to this place where these children have been disappearing, and that was in Ilmarsh.
in the Fell Swamps, right?
Yes.
All right. Do y'all mind if we make a pit stop after Ilmarsh? It's a little out of our way, but
Not at all, not at all.
Not at all.
thanks. Sorry, this journal mentions Kiefer and Shandara. They were my mentors when I was training. It said they helped my mom with the birthing process. I don't know how she even knew them.
Well, how did you meet them?
I met them when I went to Vitmir after she died.
What brought you there?
I mean, I just kind of wandered there and with no real direction and just kind of, I guess, ended up where I was meant to be. That sounds kind of cliche, but that's kind of what happened. Hello?
You hear the sound of like dry bones moving for the first time in a long time, and just and the corpse in the chest sits upright and turns. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, good heavens!
No!
Oh dear.
We're fighting my death.
Drama.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh. You guys were too slow to perform last rites.
Guess so.
Dawn is upstairs, keeping an eye out. Yeah.
Oh, no.
There's no battle map for this one. I didn't have time to prepare because again, didn't think this was gonna happen.
Yeah. No worries.
That's okay.
Yeah. Holy moly. Just give me a sec. Oh, yep. Yep. Where is it? Where is it?
This is like a delicious onion. Lots of layers.
Alrighty, there
So
we
many
go.
layers.
Alrighty. Oh man, that's okay. Dawn, initiative for Dawn. 12. Initiative for Quoin. 8. Druck.
12.
Kenna.
9.
Ven.
18.
Wow. Ven, you're up 1st. You see Kenna's mom, the corpse that was Kenna's mom, just sit upright, kind of stand up a little, and then just turn to look at everybody inside the stone the lead coffin.
Oh dear. I am going to cast Bless.
Yeah, and you were standing right there, so about 5 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's do 3. I'm gonna cast Blessed on everybody else down here.
All right, so everyone down here is within 5 feet of this thing, and Dawn is upstairs.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Bless on everybody because I don't know. I don't want to attack it off. I'm gonna wait for Kenna to move. So
All right, so you cast Bless on everybody but Dawn.
yes, and
Okay.
myself.
Yep, so
Everyone but Dawn and myself.
Bless. All right, cool. Anything else? Or you just anything else?
Nope. No, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna hang out there. I guess.
Dawn is just like, aha! Sounds like a commotion, and Dawn's gonna use her full movement to get downstairs. And that's Dawn.
She hears Ven cast Bless, and she's just like,
Druck.
it's fighting words.
You're within 5 feet of Kenna's mother's corpse.
Ah. Not having the same social graces as Ven, he's gonna like startledly like grab a short sword and just
Okay.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. Attack. I'm not gonna do steady aim, even though I could.
Yep.
I'm not gonna this time. Just because I think it makes more sense that he's like a little startled by it. 23 to hit.
23 hits.
That is 10 plus 8, so 18 piercing damage.
All right, as you stab into Kenna's mother's corpse, it doesn't appear to do the full amount.
Jiggles his
Yep.
sword free.
Okay. The wound kind
And-
of just, it's still there, but not as deep or as like impactful as you expected.
Bonus action. Run away.
Okay.
Disengage.
Sure.
To like is Quoin within 5 feet?
Quoin
of
is like
this?
Quoin is like right at the chest too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm just gonna get behind Quoin so
Okay.
that I can still attack this thing.
Okay.
I can just because I got 10-foot
Yep.
reach.
All right. That'll bring us to Kenna. Your mom's corpse just sat upright and Druck stabbed her.
Yeah. Clarification before I do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Gentle repose wouldn't work on this instance. Great,
Nope.
cool. Then I'm just gonna cast Flame Blade as a bonus action.
Okay.
and have it ready. And I'd like to attempt to talk to my mother's corpse.
All right, I'll say that's your action.
Yeah.
Or Flame Blade would have been.
Flame Blade is a bonus action.
Right. So yeah, talking is your action then.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just gonna say, whatever you are, you don't have permission to be in this body. Please return to your home.
All right.
Anything?
Nope.
Cool. Cool. And I'm just holding a flaming sword.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Quoin is just like, Quoin's gonna hold an attack to see if it is hostile.
Okay.
Because it kind of just sat upright.
That seems like right up his speed. So
And it's Kenna's mother. So it just wants to be sure. Bringing us to Kenna's mother.
Oh, she rolled low.
It stands. It's kind of fully stands up. And I need Druck and Quoin to make wisdom saving throws
ooh,
as it starts to cast a spell.
and a D4 because of bless.
Wisdom saves.
Wisdom save. Ooh, good.
Quoin was a 12 with the D4 is 13. Quoin just succeeds.
Oof.
So hold person does not take effect on Druck or Quoin. All right, back to the top to Ven.
All right. Are we? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Appears hostile.
That thing is not my mother.
All right. Then I will bonus action spiritual weapon.
Okay,
Like right in the air above
sure.
not mom and swing down.
Go for it.
Woo, 26
26 hits. This big
Yeah.
radiant greatsword just
for 11 points of force damage.
nice. That appears to not be resistant to that.
Mm-hmm. And then with my action, I will. What's it? Is there's an action you can take to withdraw, right? Is that what it's called?
Disengage.
Yeah, action.
Disengage. That's
yeah.
one. I've been playing like 3 different systems this last few weeks, so I'm just like, what is it called in this one? Yes, I will action disengage and then move 30 feet back.
Alrighty. Cool. Brings us to Dawn, who's like, aha! Oh! Holds up, I don't know how Brittany's going to do this, but this is how I'm going to do it for now. Holds up the staff, aims their cane, and casts Eldritch Blast.
Ooh.
5 plus 8. As the Eldritch Blast hits into it, you see like the shimmering field around the corpse of Kenna's mother. So it does not hit. Kind of hits like a shimmering field that Ven would recognize as mage armor. Just and it scatters across the mage armor. Dawn's like, oh no! And that's that. Druck.
Another like
Okay.
right over the top of Quoin, who's just like, oh, did Quoin hold an attack?
Oh, right. So Quoin did hold an attack if it appeared hostile. So Quoin's attack with advantage because of pack tactics is a 15 plus 8 for 23. That's a d10 plus 5. 6 slashing damage, but Quoin has slasher. So they reduces
Like Jason Voorhees.
reduces its speed. So 6 slashing damage, and I don't think you can smite on a reaction. I'm
Good question.
going to check that though.
I guess if you land an attack, I could be wrong.
Smite! So, going to expend a second level spell slot
Cool.
to do a divine
Yes,
divine smite.
So good. You can do it on a reaction.
So that's 3d8 plus an additional d8 because it's an undead, so 4d8. So just
I have the light of Bahamut.
oh, 8 plus 6, 14 plus 7, 21 plus 3, 24 radiant damage. Kenna's mom's
Dang.
looking hurt. And then Druck, it's your turn. Yeah, that was Cohen's reaction, so.
Druck seeing all that, and then his little fucking short sword. This time fuck, I didn't say it. Oh well. Plus a D4. We'll see if it hits.
Does Bless go for attacks as well?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Plus 4. That's 16 to hit.
16 gets through the mage armor.
And that bless. Did work. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So that is poopy damage.
You get sneak attack.
Yeah.
18 again.
For only 18.
So resistant, so 9.
Yep.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Kenna's mom's filled with holes. Kenna,
I'm gonna swing my flame blade.
go for it.
Oh, okay. 18 plus 3, 21 plus 7 is 28 to hit.
28 hits.
All right. 3d6 fire damage.
Yeah. Just
Okay. That is 13 fire damage.
alrighty. Just singeing, kind of burning away the fortune reader outfit.
Mm-hmm.
And anything else?
No, it's taking damage. That was my action. No, that's it. That's it for me.
Okay. Brings us to Quoin, who's like, blessings of Bahamut be upon you wherever your soul is resting. And 2 attacks with the Platinum Fader Schwert. First one with advantage because of Pack Tactics. 23 to hit. And it's Platinum, it's not Silver, so actually the slashing damage would be halved. So 8 reduced to 4. It's looking real bad. I don't want to waste divine spell slots. And then second swing. 4 plus 8 misses, but bless. So 4 plus 8 is 12 plus 4, 16. Gets through the mage armor and does 4 plus 5, 9 reduced to 4, and slashes and bisects Kenna's mother down the middle. That's Coin's turn. Bringing us to Kenna's mother, who, Kenna, you feel the crystal ball on your person kind of pulse a little bit and get warm, and your mother's corpse stands back up, well bisected, and just starts to like repair itself. And she was destroyed, but came back. Nice! And looks pretty good again. Just starts to like at the start of her turn, just repairs herself. And is gonna cast. Okay. She opens up her mouth unnaturally long and wide, and tendrils of dark energy erupt forth. Just and I need every creature within 10 feet, which is everybody but Dawn, to make
And
strength.
me.
And Ven. So Druck, Kenna, Quoin to make strength saving throws.
Oh no.
So that's Quoin. D4. Remember, you get a D4.
Oh, right. Thank you.
Oh, right.
Quoin
Thank
got
you.
a 9 plus 1 for a 10, so Quoin fails. Kenna,
Can
what'd
I
you
get
get?
a 9?
9 fails.
Nine.
Druck.
11.
11 fails. So the three of you get battered by these dark tendrils. You each take, and that was upcast at 3rd level. So
Damn, Mom.
that's an additional 2d6. So that's 8. 10. Kenna, Druck, Quoin, you take 13 necrotic damage.
Half to what since I am resistant?
6.
Okay.
And because of that, neither of you three can take reactions until your next turn.
Okay.
So it does that. That's an action. Bonus action, Misty Step. To where Ven is, right behind Ven. Just
Hello.
and that'll bring us back to the top to Ven.
Oh dear. All right. I am going to. Wait, let me check let me make sure I don't kill everybody with this.
Sure.
Got real good at muting sneezes last year. Okay. Okay. We're 30 feet away.
Yep.
All right. Then I am going to. So she appears right behind me.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm gonna do is basically sidestep, so
Okay.
that like I move like if she's behind me, she's here and I'm here.
Yep.
I move just like next to her,
Mm-hmm.
and as I do it, I bring a hand swinging across with my wand, calling out the words "Fluctus Flagore," and I'm gonna need a Constitution saving throw from the tidal wave that hits her. Or, sorry, Dexterity saving throw.
Wow. All right. All right. Dexterity saving throw. That is a fat 6.
All right, so 4d8 damage.
What is the shop equivalent to stop blowing holes in my ship?
Stop blowing holes in my house.
Yeah.
Stop blowing holes in my mom. Nope.
I think we've established she's not my mom.
So this tidal wave just, and then the entire floor is just water, and then the water dissipates. But yeah.
Yep. That is 21 points of bludgeoning damage
Yes.
from that, and
Yep.
she's knocked prone.
Yep. All right.
And then I'm gonna whistle over the spiritual weapon.
Yep.
I can only move 20 feet.
Correct.
I'm 30 feet away. Okay, so I'll
Correct.
I'll bring it over so it's 10 feet away from her.
Alrighty.
That'll be my turn.
All right. That'll bring us to Dawn, which you basically would have ran right up to Dawn. So now this thing
Yeah.
within melee of Dawn, and Dawn's like, oh. Dawn has. Oh. Radiance. And cast Word of Radiance.
Oh.
So, Kenna's mom needs to make a con
The
save.
word is radiant. It's like,
Yep. All right, con save. That is a 9. So fails. Gets hit by Word of Radiance for 2d6 radiant damage. For 8 radiant damage. Still standing, but looking really bad again. Druck.
Druck's fine with not moving, so he's just gonna pull out the crossbow.
Right. She is currently prone.
Oh shit, that's right.
Sorry.
No, that's cool. That's cool. That's fine. I got other stuff. But Druck is not terribly happy with what he sees and does not want to get close to them either. So instead of any of that, I'll take the disadvantage,
Okay.
but we'll steady aim to cancel it
Alright, so
out.
straight attack roll.
Yeah.
As you shoot a crossbow bolt.
Yeah. Is Ven still next to?
Yep. And
Mhm.
so is Dawn.
Okay. All right. Cool. then if this hits, it will be, if it hits, 16.
16 does get through the mage armor.
All right, here we go.
And what
That's
kind of bolt are you using?
max damage. I was just, I should have been. Damn it.
Again,
Dummy
you
me.
don't know
Yeah.
you don't know what's resistant against
Yeah,
anything.
I don't know anything about these things. This is my first time knowing about them, so I wouldn't know any better. So that's 13 plus. It was a good roll. 13 plus another decent roll. 13 plus 14. That's 27.
Reduced to half
Correct. So 13.
is 13 damage. Currently does not move. And then just go still. But that's your turn.
That's all of this turn. Yeah.
Kenna, your turn.
Let me know if this is too much.
Sure.
But I want to use my movement to get 15 feet away from my allies, if that's possible, in this basement.
Oh yeah.
Cool. And then
And I
want
assume
to...
no one has been passing over the ritual circle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I would like to pull up the crystal ball.
Okay, that'll be your action to. Well, it's not in a bag of holding, so you can pull it out.
Yeah. And then I would like to center a 3rd level thunder wave on the crystal ball.
For sure, you can do that.
Cool.
Ooh, crystal.
Yeah. So that's 48 thunder damage.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It functions as an arcane focus, but I do have hit points for it.
Yeah. Sick. 12 plus 5 is 17 thunder damage.
17.
Okay.
The crystal is still intact, but on the verge of breaking.
Okay. Would I be... This is probably too much, but I wouldn't be able to, slam it into the
Nope.
ground at my feet, right?
That would
Cool.
be an action to do that.
Great. Then that is my turn.
Okay. And yes, I already know what was going to be said about Thunderwave. So, audible boom up to 300 feet, which is whatever.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Unsecured objects are pushed 10 feet away, so the chest is pushed just 10 feet away. And that's really all that happens, because that's what Thunderwave does, just emits a big, loud boom.
The candles move?
And thunder damage does not do double damage against crystal. Where is that rule coming from?
I think that's just the spell Shatter.
That's Shatter. Yeah, Shatter
Yeah,
is double damage to
That's
stuff.
better.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't have thunder wave. I was just
Okay.
trying... It was my only thunder damage spell.
So yeah, the crystal is still intact.
That I have. Yes, that was the end of my turn.
Alrighty. But it is on the verge of breaking. Bringing us to Quoin, who is gonna just walk over to your mother's corpse, seeing that it might, pop back up. Is going to just ready in action to swing again if she gets up. Which does bring us to your mother, who does get back up. And almost back to full hit points. That's sad.
Oh, God.
So, heals, gets back up. The crossbow bolt that dealt the killing blow that time kind of just gets pushed out of her forehead. Just. And then senses that Kenna is you can see Kenna holding the crystal ball, attempting to destroy it. Is going to cast Hold Person again, and since it's cast at 3rd level, I need Kenna and she sees Quoin got right up close, so Kenna and Quoin need to make wisdom saves. And remember, you have a D4 from Bless. You have a D4 from Bless.
Luckily, I'm very good at wisdom.
Quoin with a wisdom save, 9 plus 3, 12, 14. Quoin succeeds. And wisdom save from you.
I got a 28.
28. You also succeed. And then bonus action is going to Misty Step again, right behind you, Kenna.
Okay.
And then that'll bring us back to the top to Ven.
Okay.
Back
so
within range of your sort of close enough to your spiritual weapon at this point.
right. So did I see? I saw Kenna purposefully try to damage
The crystal yeah.
ball,
Yeah.
and then I saw her
Go right towards Kenna. Yeah.
go right towards her. Okay. I'm gonna have the sword then swing and twirl around, and then swing at the crystal ball.
Go for it.
Okay. Attack roll.
Yes, please.
All right. That is a 9 to hit.
That misses.
Just getting moved around too much in the fight. Okay, then let's go with. I'll try to hit it with a firebolt.
Go for it. The crystal ball.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it. Yep.
16.
16 just misses.
Just right past the edge.
Watch it!
Stand still. You're holding it. Stop moving it.
Anything else, Fen? That's bonus action.
Yeah, no, it's bonus action, so no.
All right, Dawn sees what the game is. You see them pull something from their back. Oh. You see Dawn, procure something from their back that looks like a boomerang.
Of course.
Yep. Dawn uses a boomerang.
Amazing.
And is going to toss the boomerang at the crystal. And that is a +1 boomerang. So it's a magic weapon. Huzzah! Natural 20.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no. No way. Alright. That is 7 damage from the boomerang. Alright, so kinda, Dawn threw a boomerang at the crystal. And it was a natural 20.
Nice.
And it's a magical boomerang. It hits the crystal ball, and I believe boomerangs hit. Yeah, boomerangs hit. They do not return, so it kind of just clatters, and the crystal shatters to the verge of breaking. It is so close. Dawn's like, bringing us to Druck. You are now within 5 feet of this thing again. The Kenna's mom, because it Missy stepped.
How close is Druck to Kenna?
5 feet.
Oh,
Missy stepped right behind Kenna. Just.
right. Okay. I'm gonna, I guess, bonus action disengage.
Okay.
And then just aim for that crystal.
Okay, make an attack roll.
When I'm like 10 feet away, I'm just gonna be like,
Okay. You just need to hit.
Like holding it up for Druck.
yeah. Okay. Yes.
Oh no!
You have bless.
Natural 1.
Oh, natural 1. Misses.
Oh, that was
10
my
feet away.
finger.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? Oh, you bonus action disengaged. Yeah.
So
All right.
I'm just gonna end there. I could move some more, but I'll just stay within 10 feet of
All right.
Kenna and the orb.
All right.
Yeah.
Kenna, it's your turn. The crystal, you can see the crystal. It's like
Yeah.
just cracked so bad. Like just anything that happens to it at this point is just gonna break it. Again, if it hits, or if
I'm gonna raise it up and slam it on the ground at my feet.
Okay. Give
Is
me an
that enough to just scatter it?
unarmed strike.
Okay.
Actually, you know what?
Strike is
Yeah, you throw it on the ground because like you could have just done that. Anyways, yeah.
Hey, you can't really miss the floor.
So yeah, you
Yeah.
and it had like 1 hit point, so it shatters.
Yeah.
And there's like this coming from your mother's corpse, but your mother's corpse is still fighting. But you get a sense that probably stopped the constantly coming back thing. But that was your action
Okay.
to smash it on the floor.
that was my action.
Yep.
Bonus action, Misty Step away.
Okay. Whereabouts?
I think I want to get to the other side of the ritual circle.
Okay. Oh shit! I forgot. Quoin did had an opportunity attack when she got. I didn't roll Quoin's opportunity attack last round when she revived herself. Doesn't hit anyway. Oh wait, no. Advantage. 9 + 8, 17. Yeah.
Hey.
For 13 slashing, reduced to 6. Alrighty, cool. And yeah, you know what? Things are looking dumb. Divine Smite. Then I don't think it'll be like too much of a broken difference, but yeah, that's 4d8 because undead. Six, 12, 17, 19 radiant damage. Okay, cool. So she's looking bad, but yeah. That was Kenna's turn. Bringing us to Quoin again. He's just going. He's gonna run over. And 2 attacks. Uh, 14 with a d4. 15 does not get through mage armor, or just gets mage armor. For 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, reduced to 6 slashing damage. Second attack with advantage is a 12. 13. Second attack misses. Bringing us to Kenna's mama. Is within melee with Quoin, I guess. But saw Kenna break the crystal, so it's more focused on Kenna. So bonus action, Misty Step behind Kenna. And then is going to try to like impale you through the back with a claw.
Oh, fuck.
For a natural 20. Just appears. So you do see the claw like go through Kenna's back and just like out the front.
Uh-huh.
Now roll that crit publicly.
Yeah.
That is 21 necrotic damage. But because you're resistant to necrotic,
Oh, fuck.
that is
Shit, okay.
10. And then as she's impaling you there, the second claw is going to like rake across your throat.
Oh, God.
For a 9 to hit.
That doesn't
So
hit.
like
Gets an arm up.
Yeah, just Ven,
Whoa! I've got you. Spiritual weapon.
go for it.
That is a 25 to hit.
That hits.
That is 10 points of force damage.
Because how do you want to do this is copyrighted technically and trademarked. Ven,
Right.
how does thine
Yeah.
wish to do this?
I just think like I basically like impales Kenna, goes like tries to get her across the throat, but it's like held like has Kenna like this, and like 2 of them are like wrestling. The sword just like spins up sideways, just swings across, and then she just kind of goes limp as the head just slides and tumbles off her shoulders.
All right, and that is the end of combat.
I guess healing word of myself 3rd level.
Okay.
I have a gaping hole in my stomach.
Yeah, that closes up
Not
with that closes up with healing word. But that is the end of that combat encounter, as your mother's headless corpse lies on the ground, the crystal ball shattered.
Fuck. What the hell just happened here?
Well, what was that?
That was some manner of undead.
So am I, but
Yeah.
that was weird.
Yeah. I. The more I think about it, the more I think I need to go back to Vitmere. Okay.
Kenna, are you alright? That was your mother. Well, her body.
Yeah. I mean, physically, all right. Mentally, we'll see in the morning.
It is
Kind of been a
yes.
lot.
Yep.
Today.
And it's been about 2 hours.
But
Since you guys have been in the house for about 2 hours.
it's a lot more than I was expecting from a visit home. And I certainly wasn't expecting a secret basement with my zombie mother in a lead casket.
Yes, I wouldn't expect so. Why don't we go upstairs?
Yes, I
Yeah.
agree. Do you
Let's
not
get
want?
out of here.
Do you want some alone time with her?
That thing was not my mom.
That there was a loud noise. People might be coming soon. We would have to explain all of this.
And he's pointing to the summoning circle and stuff.
We might be best to leave the area.
Then should we at least do some last rites for?
Yes, at the very least, it might help prevent this from happening again.
I will leave, but keep watch.
Druck just wants to get out of the house.
Okay.
he's like, fuck this.
Yeah. Dawn's just like, this is weird. Haha. And Dawn leaves too.
Kenna's gonna also leave the basement but stay in the house, and they're gonna flip through their mom's journal and try to find any clues about what was down there.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, the first entry is really like talking about how your mother went to Vitmere to speak to the Druids there about conception and aiding in the birthing process. And it also mentions appeasing the Druid, and then in a later entry it mentions after she had already been there, it mentioned that the Druids, Khihalis and Shindara, were going to come to your house, basically, and perform a ritual to summon an entity known as Keened Nemr to bless to bless your mother and aid in the conception. Like, it's fucking weird. And it says, like, your mother and father attempted to have a child, but they kept failing, and they just couldn't do it. So your mother sought out these druids, and they helped conceive with the aid of this entity. And yeah, Ven and Quoin, how does this last rites go? Does Ven say anything specific, or?
No, he's not. This is just a quick by the book kind of one. He doesn't want to. He doesn't know this woman terribly well. Kenna's like, they're not my mom, so like, just quicken by the book. I don't want to ad lib this at all.
Okay, cool. What about the evidence? The corpse. Should we burn it or?
Kenna,
Hmm?
do you have any preferences on what your mother's final resting place or method?
Not really.
All right.
We could put her corpse in the bag of holding until we find a suitable place.
We could. Times like this, I wish I had like mold earth.
Dawn, you are casting spells. Do you have any things that could help in this situation? Nope.
Great. I suppose we could. I suppose we could burn her. That would do it.
Yeah, we could do that. It's like salt of fires and put her in the lead chest so it doesn't like smoke out the place.
I was going to use control flames to.
Oh, that's right.
manage the fire.
You have that ability.
Mm-hmm. So we can
Works for
do
me.
that. All right. Yeah, I guess we'll start with the sheet, just like the sheets that were in there. Wrap her up. Get whatever flammable. Go upstairs, grab some of the bills.
Yeah. Okay.
Stuff them around her as kindling.
Sure.
And I'll just.
You see Kenna just flipping through their mom's journal.
Mm-hmm. And then I'll start it with a firebolt, and then just stand over, like right over, and cast control flames, and just keep it maintained, just like containing the fire, and like if I can, just kind of like keeping it pushed in, like making a fire bending an oven, basically.
Okay.
And then just like, yeah.
The corpse is so dry and like desiccated that it doesn't take long to just burn to ashes.
Okay.
Like probably about an hour.
All right. I just stand there, just maintaining the fire and keeping it going.
Okay. And eventually, that is dealt with. It is 9 a.m.
Thank you, Don.
Some people were rudely awakened. Boom.
But
So what the fuck is that?
you all can return upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And Dawn and Druck are standing outside.
I am like halfway across the block, just watching from a distance. I am like.
Dawn is just kind of
not want to get caught in the.
Dawn is just kind of standing like right by the front door. Nothing to see here. Disturbances being dealt with. Muted.
You're muted, Kate.
I always forget. Sorry. When I see Ven and Quoin come up, I just put my mom's journal in my satchel and join them outside.
Okay. So you're standing outside now. The sun is completely risen. As Dawn said, it's 9 a.m. And it's 9 a.m. People are milling about for the day. And the day is yours, essentially.
I'm gonna pull the door shut. It doesn't lock anymore. It just is kind of wedged in the door frame.
Dawn retrieves her boomerang before you leave.
Yeah.
You're outside. You're right beside Dirk's den. The day is yours. You had a weird fucking night with your mother's animated corpse. And whatever you all decide to do next, we will figure out next week. So that's what we're going to end it for everybody.
Awesome.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. And that's that.
Rough stuff
boy.
for Kenna.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kenna has spent a long time repressing their emotions surrounding this event in their life.
Mm-hmm.
And then just had to fight their mom's corpse.
Yeah.
Yeah. And be handed their mom's journal with all of their mom's secrets.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. And all because you went home.
Never go home.
Never go home.
Never
You
go
can
home.
never
Never
go.
go home.
Wait, actually, yeah, because I went home and then we unleashed a horrible brain plague on it. You went to your.
Dax unleashed a horrible brain
That
plague
is true.
upon it.
Either way, a horrible brain plague was unleashed. Then we went to
Yeah.
Kenna's home.
So we can't go to the Temple of Bahamut, and we can't go to wherever Druck's from, and we
Yeah.
can't go to wherever Don's from.
You guys would have to drag Druck back to the place he came from.
But we'll pick that up next week. Tomorrow, continuing the Never Ending Dream extra planar weird campaign. Good night, everybody.